I'm Gary.
This is Austin.
And I'm Tyler.
And we are Midwest Mics coming back at you from the UClick TV studios right here inside the Hy-Vee Arena. You can find us every week at 7 p.m. or at your leisure, on-demand entertainment on the U, whether it's from a Roku device, Amazon TV, Apple TV, all those fancy deals. You can find the U anywhere or the old-fashioned way. Just go to uclicktv.com and look us up. Click on shows, drop-down link, Midwest Mics. Boom, all of our content. We've done, I don't know, probably about 20, 22 episodes here with the U?
Yeah, I think so. You know what else you can do? You can Venmo me. Well, actually, you can Venmo Midwest Mics $200, and we'll let you sit in here.
Yeah,
and
you can watch the show live.
Come on
Absolutely.
the show. You can watch the show, but we'll sell you a seat if you want to do that.
Yeah,
Jim would love that.
Absolutely.
Hey, we went from I think just under 18,000 or right at to about 9,000 seats in the house. So if we get it full in here, we can put it out on the TVs on the courts.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and then
absolutely.
they can watch from the stand. So we could have 9,000
That'd
viewers.
be good.
Yeah, you could. You could be the first though for $200. You can sit on this comfortable couch right here, over here to my right.
That's right. You can hang out in here.
You can watch the show live. We cannot
what
promise beverages.
What if like half of 9,000 people commit? What's the price then?
If half of 9,000 people, that'd be like 4,500 people. I'd tell you what, I'd do it for $1 each, $1 a head.
Sure.
$1 a head.
Sure.
$1. You could sit in the arena, watch it on a big screen.
And then I'll tell you what. Actually, pay. It'll be $40 a ticket, and that includes us ordering you a Midwest Mics shirt. There you go.
Boom. There you go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is 40.
So we can
40
do
bucks.
that. Get yourself some merch, and then hang out in the arena, watch the show.
Yeah.
Watch. It's going to happen
Perfect.
next week.
Contact us, midwestmics@gmail.com.
Please.
And you can come. So if you didn't notice, I am wearing red right now. Chiefs red.
Clap. The background clap. The background clap.
The Kansas City Chiefs are 4-0. My Dallas Cowboys are 3-1. They lost to the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And there's a lot of things that people can say about me, Gary Carl, but that I am a welcher on bets is not one of them. So
this is true.
Here I am. I am owning up to it. I'm wearing a Travis Kelce jersey.
How's that feel?
And a Kansas City Chiefs hat.
You feel like a winner?
Not a Mahomes.
Why you feel like a winner?
Why not Mahomes?
Why not Mahomes? Yeah. Because I had this jersey at my house.
Oh, good reason.
So
you weren't going to spend any extra money on this occasion.
I wasn't.
You went and bought a kill. You went and bought one. Yeah. How's it feel to dress like a winner? How's it feel? Does it feel pretty good?
It actually it doesn't bother me too much. I honestly I don't think I look that good in red, but once in a while it's all right.
And so if I was you, I'd get used to it because I got Cowboys probably go 13-3, 12-4, and the 19-0 Chiefs will make your life really fun for every 4 weeks coming out having to wear Chiefs gear. That's how it's going to be.
At that point,
it's 19-0.
At that point, I would have to probably buy. I think I have one more Chiefs hat at home, so I think.
Oh, that's right. You can't wear the same hat.
Yeah, I can't wear the same hat, so I would probably have to go buy a couple Chiefs hats.
End up owning like 1,000 hats.
Just a Mahomes wig will.
You can do that.
Mahomes wig? Yeah, I can
wear
a
Mahomes wig.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a winner. He's the best quarterback in all of football right now.
Yeah,
Gary, I'm glad you said that. But yeah, so you have no disillusions about. I mean, I think I think
Mahomes is the best quarterback in all of football right now,
and I think Dak Prescott is a good quarterback too. Saints had a really good game plan, and then Bridgewater did enough. Didn't turn the ball. Well, did he turn the ball over? No.
I don't
didn't turn the ball. Took a bad.
But
sack.
they didn't score a touchdown.
Took a bad sack at the end, but actually, it was a pretty good game. If you like defensive battles, it was actually a pretty good game to watch.
What's funny is it's like you're almost in Cowboy Killers.
Huh?
You're almost in Cowboy Killers.
That's true. I got the gray.
But
this is showing up really nice on the TV. So and then I got and this is Midwest Mike's shirt, which you can buy at dadbodtees.net.
Dadbodtees.net.
Did
Gary pick the corporate colors out because of the Cowboys?
I did not actually.
He did it.
The dadbodtees.net owner Ryan.
I'm wearing
chose
I got
that.
the bands on too, and they're gray. So maybe he did.
And
I did choose
He
the
set-
gray
he
the gray
set me up.
bands.
my
Subconsciously chose Cowboys colors for all of our gear.
my corporate colors are rock chalk colors, and that's not self-consciously. That's
That's great.
on purpose.
It's on purpose. There you go.
A little rough during
You are-
that's
you
a
are
little
a
rough
Jayhawk.
during football season. Not bad during basketball season. A
Yeah.
little rough, a
Hey,
little rough
it's
during
coming.
football.
It's going to turn someday.
So
someday.
That's true.
So yeah, we'll transition. Let's bring Tyler in, and let's talk about last week. He actually pulled double duty. Went
I
to
did.
2 high school football games because with the storms and everything coming in, games got moved around. So the first game he went to was Lee Summit North and Liberty, and Lee Summit North did win that.
That one was exciting, and the first half was a little slow for Liberty. Their starting quarterback got hurt. He had a sports hernia, from what I had gathered from some of the reporters from Liberty side. So they had their backup quarterback in, who had never started a varsity game, play against a very good Lee Summit North team. So first half was slow for them, and Lee Summit North kind of put it on them a little bit. But the second half, Jackson Korf, which was the player of the game for Liberty, he came out and he started slinging the ball around a little bit, and you could definitely see him going through that and getting comfortable with working in that game. And they had Lee Summit North on the ropes. They were down. They had 2 big screen plays for touchdowns, and they were getting turnovers too. And it was 14-20 at one point. Liberty had an interception. They're driving back down the field. They're on the right side of the 50. Korf is rolling out. He pulls back to throw one, and he gets stripped. Lee Summit North recovers it. Mose runs one in for a touchdown, and that was where you get 27-14 score. It was a really good game up until the last minutes of the fourth. The second half was excellent. It was a lot of fun, and the Mose, he was the player of the game for Lee Summit North. He is actually a K-State commit, and he's a 3-star running back in the state of Missouri. So he was a lot of fun to watch. He was a little bowling ball, and he's a great kid. He was fun to talk to. Jackson Korf, he's a young kid, and you could tell he was a little upset. He was a little down, but I think final stat line for him was 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. But considering that, that was his first varsity game, there was a lot of other people that could have gotten that.
Yep.
But because he went out there and played the way he did, I had to give Jackson Korf the player of the game, and he did an excellent job filling in the shoes. You know?
And from what I heard, I talked to some guys that are familiar with that Liberty program. He kind of found out that he was going to start on Wednesday, or Tuesday, excuse me, because it ended up being a Thursday game. So he kind of found out on Tuesday that he was going to make his first varsity start at quarterback, filling in for a guy who had been doing it. It's not an easy task, and so I totally agree. I think Jackson played a great game coming in, his first varsity start. People don't realize that are not in the football business the level of competition from JV to varsity. It's a lot different going from a Monday afternoon to a Friday night, I applaud them and Coach Mosey over there at Lee Summit North, great guy too. Coach up at Liberty, Coach Freon, another great guy. I mean, I got to talk to both those guys this summer, and they do a great job with their respective programs.
They're both excellent to talk to. I haven't had a bad experience with Coach yet. They're both very welcoming. And they answered some of my silly questions. If you follow me on Snapchat, at Midwest Mike's on Snapchat.
There's the plug. I was waiting for the plug. I was like, man, I watched all this action on Midwest Mike's Snapchat.
And Mose, it was cool. I got to go in their weight room and interview him in there, and he answered some of my weird questions, like pregame rituals and stuff like that. So he was awesome. It was awesome. So the final stat line for Keon Mose was 13 attempts, 136 yards, and a touchdown. It was a really good outing for him. And Jackson Korf was 23-43, 226 yards and 2 touchdowns. So sophomore getting thrown in the
thrown in the fire.
That's not a bad night. So kudos to you, Jackson Korf, Keon Mose. You're a great athlete. Keep at it. So this leads us to our next game.
A little bonus coverage.
A little bonus coverage.
All right.
I wasn't busy on Friday, so and I wanted to go. I wanted to go fill in another game, so I went down to. I actually was running a little late. I didn't realize the game was played at Shawnee Mission South, so I showed up to East, and I was like, "What's going on?" But
obviously, I'm unavailable. It's like 30 minutes before the game.
But I got there before. I got there about halfway through the first, so I didn't lose that much time on it. And it was a good game. I could sense some frustration coming from the East side because Northwest coming out at half, they were winning, or East was winning at half, and I thought, oh man, this is actually going to turn out to be a barn burner at the end. But Northwest's offense, the Shawnee Mission East defense just could not keep up with that Northwest offense. Justin Mitchell, our player of the game for Shawnee Mission Northwest, great kid. He's pretty thick. He's a pretty stout guy. He's not super tall. He's about my height. But he did everything for Northwest. And when I talked to Coach Black about him, Coach Black emphasized that guy he's almost like a utility player for them. He was playing at quarterback. He's playing at running back. He's playing defensive back. He's playing corner. So that guy covered everything. And they had a lot of players. Tyler Lindemann from Shawnee Mission Northwest, he deserved Game of Player as well. And I have to give him a shout-out because he had an excellent game, and he tore up that Shawnee Mission East secondary. They had no answers for him.
Yeah, Lindemann was a guy that we knew we were going to have trouble with. And, yes, there was no player from the game from Shawnee Mission East. Tyler did kind of ask me after the game, and I just we had a couple kids that played really hard, but a couple of guys that were big time influencers in the game were unavailable for part of it because of dehydration or they didn't eat, and so I just kind of made the executive decision there, and I really didn't even see Coach Hoover much after the game at South Stadium until we got back to school, so we were unable to get an interview with him on that also. But I do want to say congratulations to Shawnee Mission Northwest. I mean, they did have a great game plan, and Ty Black, who was their quarterback, I have to say is probably
he's good, the
best quarterback that is in the Sunflower League this year.
Whoa.
And the best quarterback that we're going to see on our schedule, maybe until we get into the playoffs a little bit, but – they had a good game plan, and Ty Black and Lindemann had a connection, and there was nothing we could do about it. And, unfortunately, we gave up 54 points, and as a defensive line coach, part of that is on me and the rest of our defensive staff that, we didn't get the job done on Friday afternoon.
I will give East this. They did not stop. They could have stopped, but they kept playing. And they were right there. They were right there, and then there was a big fourth down conversion to our player of the game, Mitchell, that really just deflated. You could feel it on the sidelines. It just deflated the East defense, and then Northwest just put it on after that.
Yeah,
but it was
definitely a tough afternoon.
Yeah. That second half got a little tough.
But I do want to say that our kids responded very well in practice this week. Like I'm saying, this is Wednesday evening. We Tuesday was a big work day for us. Wednesday was a big work day today, and we got our work in. And I feel like we have a good game plan in for Shawnee Mission South this week. People are looking at us right now and saying, "Hey, they're 1-3." Shawnee Mission East hasn't been 1-3 in how many ever years. But if you look at our 3 losses, I mean, those 3 teams are combined 11-1. That one loss is Gardner losing to Lawrence. I mean, because our 3 losses, obviously Lawrence is 4-0, Shawnee Mission Northwest is 4-0, and Gardner's 3-1. So, I mean, it's not like we're losing to Little Sisters of the Poor over here. I mean, we've lost to 3 really, really good teams. But, speaking of Shawnee Mission Northwest and Lawrence, that's your game this week, correct?
That is our game of the week, and I tell you what, I am excited. I'm excited to watch this Lawrence offense go against this Northwest defense. It is going to be – you got Devin Neal on the other side, and then you have Mitchell's leading Northwest Cougars on the other side. It's going to be a blast. And then you got Coach Rampy, who we all know Coach Rampy. He's been around Blue Valley.
Yeah, big time.
And then he was at Pittsburgh State, and then – now